Welcome back to your home base. This is your trade bro, and today we are joined with one of the members of the team behind Roxy, Mr. Keith. How you doing today, sir?
Good. How about you, man? How's it going?
Doing great, doing great. Excited to get started with this little interview here. As a holder in the project, I'm really excited to get to know some of the story behind the project and what the visions are and stuff. And I think it'll be kind of pivotal for the community to be able to see this and look back at it and learn some stuff about your project. Just a disclaimer.
Sir, I'm excited.
Absolutely. Just a quick disclaimer for anybody watching. Nothing said on this channel or this podcast is financial advice nor an investment recommendation. Please check with a financial advisor before making any investment decisions. Meme coins can be a very volatile space, so please make sure that you are ready to invest and only invest what you can possibly lose before doing anything. So Mr. Keith, I really want to start off with you personally and get to know you so we can get to know kind of the experience behind the team. So what's been your experience in crypto? When did you start?
Let's see. I started crypto in 2019. A lot of my close family started investing in crypto, especially like a lot of projects, BNB, etc. And so I really got into it, and then I started on TikTok, and you started seeing annotate and telling you to get crypto rich and do this and all that. So that was kind of a big influence and whatnot. But I took a break from crypto just because there's a lot of spams out there.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately, we've all been spammed. But yeah, like definitely, I came back to crypto because I saw a possibility of creating something new. I was really big onto the NFTs. I had several projects lined up with already like a bunch of drawings, but unfortunately, the NFT market crashed. So
Yeah.
Gotta focus on something else now.
No, absolutely. I was never too big on the NFTs myself. Just like I'm not a very art-centered person, so it's hard for me to value certain things. It's hard. I feel like it's hard to value art in general. So it's just too much for. I know some guys that definitely made a bunch of money off of it, but it was just never something that I focus on. But that's you said you got scammed before?
Yeah, man, we've definitely been scammed before. I'll give you an example. I don't want to name the coin, but I did make a pretty hefty investment into it, and the hype, the FOMO, and kind of I made a big investment already up there, and then it just came crumbling down and crushing us. Yeah, I've been scammed in the past before, so I understand the concerns of our community and that they might be iffy about new projects, especially meme coins. There's a lot of rug pulls, so
yeah. Well, it's good to see like that somebody on the team does have that sort of pain and experience of going through a rug, so you personally know what it feels like. So you're kind of looking out in a sense for the community and trying to reassure them that, hey, like this isn't what this is. We're trying to launch something legitimate here. So that's really good to see.
And definitely, because not even me, a lot of other people in our team, especially Nubox, he's been scammed before. He likes to he's not a very how to say it. He's a programmer, so he likes to be on his own space. But when he does jump into the projects and starts looking communities, and all of a sudden it has that drop, you're kind of disappointed. You're kind of like, man, this is all some crap.
Oh yeah, no, it definitely takes the balls of steel to be in this space, man. You're talking about investments going up and down 30, 40, 50%, and you got to sit there and you really got to be strong in your thesis about why you think this coin has value one way or another and could go up, because it's definitely painful. It's definitely not for everybody. Me personally, I'm a weird sort of Bitcoin maxi. I think Bitcoin's obviously the king, and my vision is that it'll be the backing of the financial system in the future. But I see an opportunity in lower cap altcoins to accumulate more fiat currency to turn that into more Bitcoin. So I definitely see value in these projects, both, from wealth creation, to just having a community behind something in and of itself is valuable. It's kind of like influencers and following, right? Like people pay these influencers or whatever. Not saying that you guys are doing that sort of thing, but just kind of giving a value to having a community driven behind something. It's valuable in and of itself, and I kind of made a foray into the altcoin space after being pretty much 99% Bitcoin for a couple years now, because I got pretty well burnt after the last drop in 2021 with FTX and whatever, and then I had some life issues where I had to sell some of my assets at a huge loss. But I think it's really bullish in this space, and I like you guys' project. We're gonna get into that a little bit here, but yeah, I like so far. Yeah, I like the experience behind the team. I like the fact that you and him have both been in the space. You've experienced the woes and everything of the space, so it's something, and that you guys are willing to come on any sort, even though it's not a huge program or whatever. You guys are willing to come on and talk about it. It gives sort of a reassurance that it's not some guy in his closet just waiting for the big pump to come so he can dump a 50% bag on the market. You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely. I don't know. I feel like it's more of we're open to doing shows, and we're open to talking. And I even told Nubox if we need to be doxxed, then that's fine with me, But the thing is that there's a lot of morals involved in this project. We definitely don't feel like how do I say this? We definitely are not looking to screw everyone over just to get rich. I feel like you need to earn it, in a certain way. I feel like if you are definitely giving out, sorry to interrupt, but if you're giving out value all the time and you're showing all these images and whatnot, then people would get excited, and you're basically selling your product out, and you're not just like, hey, give me all this money and then I'll bail,
Yeah, no, there's a return for the value. I completely agree. I'm involved with Bitcoin on Base. I'm the marketing head behind them, and I'm gonna be doxxed with them pretty soon here, just for like transparency reasons and stuff like that. So I completely get what you mean. It's more, and it gives the project, even though like it's a decentralized thing, and we're not driving the project or anything like that, but giving some sort of legitimacy behind the curtains of like, okay, who's doing stuff to move this project forward, I think is really valuable for the community and really help everybody get into a space where they feel comfortable with everything. I want to ask a couple questions here, specifically about the Bitcoin. Kind of get your thoughts here. When did the project launch?
I believe it was May 9th. It was a little bit before Mother's Day.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, I remember because Nubox was like, I need you to make something for Mother's Day. I'm like, what can I make? It's a sexy coin.
There you go.
But I figured it out, so I was like, why not?
There you go, nice little Mother's Day present. So who launched the project? Was it you and Nubox?
Yeah, it was me and Nubox and other guys. We're a team of 5.
Okay.
We got 2 developers. I'm the lead artist, and then we got a person that's figuring out the merch side and whatnot. So it's kind of being a team that's being built slowly, but we're getting there. Why not?
Yeah, no, there's definitely pretty good engagement in the community. Things have kind of dipped, but you kind of expect that when Bitcoin takes a dip down. A lot of the weekends pull out of the market, especially riskier assets. It's kind of like the risk curve opposite. When Bitcoin goes flat, altcoins tend to go up because people want to go further down that risk curve. But when Bitcoin is going down, the beta weighting between altcoins and Bitcoin goes up, so people get even more scared and start, because it definitely, if you're from a traditional finance background, you're looking at like a 5% drop in a day and being like, oh my gosh, it's over, it's done. And you're talking about, I think yesterday we had, in just Bitcoin, we had a 5% drop. You had other coins going down 50%, which is nuts. But you guys, I mean, I'm looking into you guys' Telegram all the time. I'm seeing buys all the time, pretty sizable ones too. And with the metrics of the On-Chain Summer project, with the smart wallet and everything, these coins are actually coming off the liquidity provider. They're coming into a wallet, coming off the market. So I definitely think just with that alone, there's recipes for exponential growth. So you guys' sort of mission.
Yeah, and we wanna. Yeah, definitely. We do have a mission. Sorry to interrupt you.
No, you're good.
But yeah, like we want to give you guys value. We don't want to be just another coin. That's boring. We want to be exciting. We want to show you guys that we can do something different. Obviously, like you said, you never know how the market is gonna behave. Mm-hmm. Unfortunately, we can't do anything about it. People are like, "Why are my investments down? Why is this and that?" I'm like, "Well, I'm sorry. There's really nothing I can do about it." So
yeah, and that speaks to.
But yeah, we want to give you guys value. So.
Yeah, 100%. Man.
Yeah, definitely. Like everyone understands their own risk. If you don't understand the risk of a meme coin, even a legitimate one, like for example, Pepe, mm-hmm. That thing can go down at any time, mm-hmm. And if you don't understand the risk, then you shouldn't be in crypto, like.
Yeah, no. If you're in the casino. Not saying that we're a casino, but if you're going to step in foot in the casino, you're going to understand that you might lose a little bit of money. Like you said, obviously, even with reputable meme coins and stuff, the reason that people are getting into them is because of the volatility. Being in a fair market, we don't know if the volatility is going to be upside or downside volatility, but the downside is where you get your opportunity to take advantage of the upside opportunity. But that's down to more of a per investor thing and an investor education thing. And like you said, there's nothing you can do about that. You got to understand the space that you're getting into. If you want slow, steady 0.5% growth, maybe look into some money market firms. But if you want something that might be able to grow you some money here, get into some wealth creation, you got to understand that you got to be willing to, like I said in the beginning of this podcast, like you got to only invest what you're willing to lose, because no idea what's coming out.
Yeah.
So your guys' mission statement is kind of to meet Pepe on the market cap list currently. And I did this yesterday, so this might be a little bit off now, but currently Pepe stands about number 26, giving it a market cap of around 4.9 billion. Do you think you can get there, and what are your plans that you have to get there?
Well, our goal is to get there. Currently, the Coinbase doesn't have Pepe or anyone of these frauds projects in their ecosystem, or like in their wallets and whatnot. So our goal is to meet Pepe. Like I don't know if you check out our Telegram, we're always like, oh, help Roxy meet Pepe, or help Roxy get back to her love and all that,
Absolutely.
So it is our big goal, like any other project, to make it big. Mm-hmm. And realistically, it will take a lot of time. If you check out Pepe, they struggled for like a year before it blew up.
Absolutely.
So yeah, definitely we want to be big. Like, people wouldn't want to, but it will take a lot of time. Definitely a lot of marketing. Unfortunately, a lot of the marketing people that we've gotten with have been scams. So
Oh
it's
no.
not just the coins; it's the people, the influencers.
Yeah, no, it's
Yeah,
marketing's
we've
definitely rough for these projects and stuff like that. It's we're we have some plans on Bitcoin on base right now, trying to get some stuff started, and it's definitely, as far as like having a funds to do these marketing campaigns and stuff, and then if you're doing influencer marketing, that's a whole nother thing, because then you're just, you gotta weigh like, all right, do we pay you before you do the post, or do we pay you after you're doing the post? Because if we pay you before, you might just take it and run. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and unfortunately, this is like our first project, so we kind of are just navigating the waters for the first time.
Mm-hmm.
You know, there's a lot of projects that have been doing this a couple of times. Like when we first started doing this, and we first started talking to exchanges, they guarantee like this. It's like insurance for the exchanges, and they told us straight up. They told us meme coins usually they last about a month, and then after that it's over. You know, so a lot of these projects that do the rug pulls and all that, they accumulate all this money, and then they start like those successful projects. You know, that's why if you go into them, they have a huge market cap because or a huge liquidity, because like it's kind of they've done this before, you know, and unfortunately, this is our first project. We it's kind of a people project, you know. It's not like any organization or any like anything like that. So it's all been organized with being navigating the waters accordingly, and yeah, man. But it's definitely hard to know who to trust, especially if they're like, oh, we want you to pay before we make a post, and then the post is kind of crappy. I'm like, okay, oh, that was not worth $1,000.
Yeah, no, it definitely gets rough. We're trying to do some stuff with it, trying to get maybe some IRL events together, some advertisements, some popular places, but it is rough. But it's good to know that you guys are talking to exchanges and stuff, and you guys are in those talks. That's huge for a project, and I definitely get it from an exchange perspective. A lot of these meme coins, I mean, I don't know. I'm sure your wallet's looking the same right now, but just by holding certain things in your Coinbase wallet, let me just pop over and see what tokens I've had airdropped into my wallet. I've never bought Base USA, Willy Bum Bum, Base Father Pepe, Normus, Shiguire, Goat Coin, Arrowbud, all these coins. And they're coming out, especially with base jump and stuff like that. These coins are coming out quicker and quicker. But it is what it is. It's just being a matter of separating yourself from the pack, which I think you guys are doing a good job of. Do you guys have any exciting developments coming up soon? As far as
as of right now, as of right now, it's really our game. We are definitely talking to a lot of exchanges. I don't know if you know this, but we got listed on Elmart like literally a week after we dropped.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah, we did. A lot of people don't know this. Like we were all big for exchanges and all that. Like we had the capital for it, etc. But the thing is that it wasn't really trading like we wanted to.
Mm-hmm.
If you see our graph, I'll be honest, straight up. I'll be honest. We were about to blow up, man. If you see our beginning graph, we were about to blow up, and then all of a sudden, this whale sold like up to 20K, and it brought everything down, dude. I'm gonna tell you that me and Google were scared shitless, dude. Because we were already making all these investments and everything, and when we see that, and we're like, oh no, this is over. But we came back up, and and so we decided to post or list Roxy in Elmar, and unfortunately, it didn't really like have the volume that we wanted to, especially like because people say, you know, like, oh, you know, once it hits an exchange, it's gonna blow up, etc. You know.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it really wasn't. so so yeah, but definitely we definitely got some big things coming. We are in talks with a bunch of exchanges, but we really just gotta find the right one, the one that has the volume that can give Roxy a boost. We don't really want to just be listing her everywhere because you know,
Yeah.
you never know how it might affect our price, especially right now since we are kind of low right now, unfortunately. But definitely we want to bring value to this coin. So there is a lot of things going on. Right now we have our game. I don't know if you played it.
No,
it's just a clicker game, but it yeah, do it. Really, we're just doing all these things to have like a recipe, and then add more games, etc. We really want to be big. Like we want to make Roxy big. It has a ton of potential, dude. When you think about it, Roxy can be bigger than Pepe. Like Pepe right now, it's just a coin. They could do massive things if they really wanted to. Well, for us, we can do cosmetics. We can do freaking bathing suits. We can do all these shirts. We can do all these merch. Like, it's really the sky's the limit, you know. And if you guys want to be along for the ride, then I encourage you guys to be here for it.
No, I completely agree with you there. The number one thing that got me to buy Roxy at first was I feel like it's a narrative that people can get behind, you know, and it's a target that people can see. You know, a lot of these projects, they want to be the number one in whatever their field is, whatever the goal is. But, you know, humans, I feel like they really need a site to set their eyes on. It's easier to have a goal that you can see. So something like we want to meet Pepe on the market cap list. I feel like that's something that people can really get their heads behind. I feel like it's something people could rally behind. And I really feel like it's something, and like you said, you know, you could be doing bathing suits with little Roxy things on the bikinis. I mean, there's a lot of potential here for that, and that could fund more, better marketing projects, which will push you guys up even further. I think there's a lot of potential going on here, especially with the on-chain summer initiative going on with Coinbase and Jesse and them. Once you guys really, like, not even really get out there, but once you guys stay out there for a little bit, because I feel like, you know, just talking to other projects that have interfaced with Jesse, you have to wait a little bit, because, you know, when you have a reputation in the space like he does, obviously, you don't want to just slap your name on any project, because then if it rugs, then it hurts your reputation. So I feel like this is definitely something that once things, especially with the ETF coming out and everything like that, and all this bullish, you know, SEC not swing consensus and all this stuff like that, I feel like there's a massive recipe for you guys to grow exponentially into the future with all these factors going and stuff like that. And you already have a good community going out. You guys have survived, even though it probably sucked to have that whale get out. You know, there's a weak hand with the whale, so you want him to get out before you guys really start pushing into hundreds of millions. I mean, you guys are at around $500,000 in market cap. You guys started this from your apartment, which is like, just hats off to you, man. That's a massive achievement, even though like you may not see it that or whatever. You know, there's a lot of people that have gone their entire life with doing a lot less than what you guys have done in just the past couple months. So hats off to you guys. You guys have gotten it listed on an exchange. You guys have it trading. It's one of the more popular coins on Base, so it's a huge achievement for you guys. It's absolutely massive. So hats off to you. We're gonna wrap it up here and get to going. right now, but it's been absolutely great talking to you, man. I'm excited. I learned some things here about the project myself that made me even more excited about the project, and I'll chat to you guys soon. Okay.
Thank you, man. Appreciate it. Thank you for having me.